Hi everyone, this is Tom Grisak. It is December 14th and this activity report is for past 10 days. Lots of action. We've got some new listings that are coming on, some sales we'll tell you about, and I'm going to do this activity report in a little different format. I tend to get a little wordy when I'm writing, and I'm not sure if people prefer that or me doing this verbally. So I'm going to try it this week, and you can let me know what you think, what you prefer. We're going to start off with a property that we tried to sell a couple of years ago, and it's 5503 Stone Canyon Drive. Couldn't sell it back then for I can't even remember when under contract or not, but the sellers took it off the market, put it back on, and we actually went under contract in 58 days. So it just shows you the homes that were struggling a couple of years ago. I have so many examples of this. The sellers put them back on, and they're selling quickly and for more money than they were asking a couple of years ago. I won't show you all the pictures here. I'll just go through some of them. You'll see it's a very nice home. Needed some updating. Great location though, and a very, very nice home. Someone could go in, and I don't know what it would cost to do the updating there, but that was a good buy for those buyers, and we're happy for the sellers because they finally can move on with their plans. Heather did a great job on this home. Okay, the second home here is under contract, and that's a little misleading because it's been under contract for almost a year. We had this home. This is a Ron McCam custom home. Ron's one of the really premier builders out in Fairview and Lucas. We've sold many of his homes, and we've never even got to closing without the home selling, nor did we this one. But one day before closing, this is unusual, the buyer called the seller, Ron, excuse me, told them that they were going to have to terminate the contract. That's unusual for a $3.2 million home. I don't know what the details were there. Of course, Ron was disappointed, but we put it back on the market, and just shows the strength of Ron's homes and the area in general. Went under contract again very quickly, and I think it's supposed to close this year if I'm not mistaken. But you can see this is what buyers are wanting today. Ron has a great eye for especially the ultra luxury homes, what people want: light, bright, open, neutral walls, lots of really neat things. I mean, look at that master closet. Lots of neat things about this home. I just want to show one thing to you here at the very end. I'm going to go. You can see these on our website, by the way, if you want to take your time to look at them. But this is a huge outdoor living area, and you can see there, right there, there's some fittings for roll-down screens. You can sit here in the hot tub, watch. There will be a TV. I'm sure the buyer will put a TV right there and watch the games. And once these screens are down there and on the side and there, you can enjoy. It's extended the size of the home. You can enjoy being out there. That back portion of the home faces east, so you've got the sun on the other side of the home, and you're not going to have bugs getting in. So it's a really nice design. 505 Creekside Drive. This went under contract in 10 days. That's fast. We never used to see these homes selling this quickly, but 10 days on a home of this price point, it's almost par for the course. Historic year last year. I've never seen anything like it, and I really feel like we're going to have another great year in front of us. You can see why this home sold quickly. Very, very nice. I'm just showing you a few pictures, and again, you can go through and look at it on our website. So next home is 3 Sheffield. This is a home we have in the Heath area. which is a new area for us. We got a great agent that's working out there now. She and Aaron were working on this. Courtney and Aaron were working on this property, and this went under contract. It fell out, and then it went under contract again real quickly. Someone had been looking at that for a while, and they didn't get it, so they were disappointed, but now they got it. So we feel pretty good about that. I believe it's gone through the option period, inspections. Really pretty home. Like this home. I like all our homes, but this is, I love all that stone inside. Great, great property. And that's a good price for the seller, too. Let me see if I can get to the outside pictures. You might be interested in those. Unfortunately, I can't scroll through more quickly. Nice outdoor living area and pool. Just a beautiful property. All right, next home is a 1617 Ponderosa. These sales, I can't even get a feeling for these homes because these homes are selling so quickly. Usually by the time I see the pictures, it's under contract. So sometimes it's a surprise to me looking at these as first time I've seen them is the first time I'm sharing with our clients. So obviously a much more affordably priced home, but that demand for those homes, $655, that's a lot of money. But it's not the $1 million, $2 million, $3 million that are getting all the activity. Once you get down in the below $1 million, 300 to 700, those homes sell fast. Here's another one, 7309 Springfield. Another one Untitled in 5 days, I believe. This was our listing, so I can show you some pictures of this. All right, next home is 6402 Bluebonnet. 2 days on this one. I can't remember what the square footage was on this, but this was we had so much activity on this when it first hit the market. It doesn't surprise me it went under contract so quickly. Many of these have had multiple offers, and I won't go into those, but it's a real art working with multiple offer situations because you don't want to offend. By the way, that looks like Quartzsite Island right there, which is a real popular right now. You don't want to offend anybody, and you want to be fair to everybody, but at the same time, you got to take care of your client, which is the seller. So we spend a lot of time talking on how to do a multiple offer situation and make sure that we don't burn any bridges, and those buyers that don't get it will come back. Interesting story on this one, 485 Lakeview. There is a home on it, but it'll probably be torn down. This is when you're talking about 1.2 million just for the land alone, that's shows the impact of being in Lovejoy ISD on 10 acres. We actually tried to sell this home land. I keep saying home, but it's not. But we tried to sell it a couple of years ago at $995, and the seller took it off the market. And as has happened so many times, probably 5 or 6 times, the sellers go back on the market at this time, and they're not only selling more quickly, you can get a good shot of it right there, they're selling for a lot more money. So this is, let me see, this is almost $200,000 more by selling it this year than selling it 2 years ago. Heather did a great job on that. She and I are working on that. 99 Carriage Trail. This is the toughest transaction we've ever had. I think we're going to sell it, but we've still got some hair on it and challenges we have to cross. I've been on the market for 102 days, but even that's misleading. They've been trying to sell this home for at least, I'm guessing, at least 2 to 3 years. And the home was never finished out inside. You can see it's a very unique looking home. Almost looks commercial. In fact, the person that built it, he was going to have his home. That was going to be his home, and he's a commercial builder, builds hotels and owns them. but we are finally to the point of getting down to the 1 yard line. And I think we're going to get that. It does going to require a new roof. Flat roofs are notorious for leaking, and this one is going to require a new roof, which they've already negotiated how that's going to be paid for. But the cool thing about this home, it's right next. It's a big home. It's right next to the Seis Lagos utility. The Seis Lagos activity center with the tennis courts and a couple of pools, a neat activity center, and that balcony up there at the top. Let me see if I can scroll up there and show it to you. Well, it's out of the picture, but it's got a beautiful view towards Lake Lavon, and this will give you a good idea what the inside looks like. But we are ready to sell that home. I think the seller is too. So someone's going to love that home, and they got a good deal on it. Let me see, 920 Harbor Oaks. We're going to have to update pictures. This has been under construction for a while, and we didn't take pictures along the way, but it's been under contract since. In fact, I think the buyers had originally signed the agreement with Tony. He built the home for them. So I'm anxious to see that one. I'll probably take some pictures of it this week, and I'll share those with you. 5800 Settlement Way. I don't know a thing about this home, except it looks like a nice finish out. We are representing the buyer, so I can't show you pictures. We don't have access to those. It's not even on the MLS, so it's probably off-market sale. 2905 Beauchamp, I guess, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This was 11 days on market. We've been working with this buyer looking for something in a very precise area. Was having a hard time with it, but we finally found something, got it under contract, and we feel pretty good that's going to close. Another one we're representing the buyers on, 5808 Austin Waters. Interesting name for a street. I always wonder how they come up with the street names. $725,000, we're representing the buyers. 206 Tucson Drive, we're representing the buyers on this, 17 days. And it's a real testament, by the way, to our buyer agents, because they're having as difficult time as everybody else. The buyer agents trying to buy our listings. When you get multiple offers, it's tough to get yours to the front. But they sometimes have to show 15, 20, or 30 homes before and do multiple contracts before an offer is accepted. So it says a lot for them. Let's see, 1050 Creekview Lane, we've had a ton of activity on this. If you read my report last week, I explained why we can't tell you more about this home right now. It is in the coming soon status on the MLS, so at least we can talk to people about it, but we don't have interior pictures yet, and it looks like it's maybe another month or so before it will be ready. But I really feel like that home will sell quickly as soon as we're able to get it on the MLS. We have people calling us all the time about it, from out of state too, by the way. 6415 Netwood Circle, this is a lot, and 4 days on the market. I wish I had an aerial. We're having the aerial flown, but I just wish I could tell you more about it. I don't know about that. And then we have this, what we have available. These two tracks right here, beautiful tracks right on Greenville Avenue in Fairview. The problem is they are zoned for commercial, and it's too expensive to be split up even into single family. They're going to have to do something in the way of multifamily, but not apartments. The town of Fairview will probably let someone come in and do a real nice townhome project, but they're not going to let it be high density. They've got a policy against that. They keep that to the west of Greenville Avenue, and this is just on the east side. So those are, I wish I'll show you pictures of those, the beautiful property, and hopefully we've had 2 or 3 people make a run at it. We just couldn't put it together, but eventually it will sell. And then the last thing at Barrett Lake Estates, we've talked about this for some time. We finally have broken ground. We've been trying to get started on it since March, and we just ran into one obstacle after another. Lucas is very tough on their restrictions, which is good, but the developer had to kind of jump through hoops to get some things resolved they wanted assurances on. And one thing about Lucas, you're not going to, a developer isn't going to come in and take advantage of them. This developer is one of the best out there. He did, if you know Fairview, he did Three Oaks and also Oak Meadows, two of the most high-end developments in Fairview. I honestly think, and Aaron and Sean, who are working with me, think this will be even nicer than those. Because it is, the topography is beautiful. It's in Lovejoy ISD. The lots are selling from 500 to over $1 million. That's an artist rendering. That's actually not the property, but I think it's a good looking rendering too there. And it will have some, got a nice video put together if you want to look at it, but it has some real nice entry features. There will be two ponds with fountains and a beautiful entry with a privacy gate. So it's going to be really cool when they finish it up. So that's it. That's our activity. And again, if you'd let me know which way you prefer, reading about these or hearing me talk about them, I'm going to keep doing it this way for a while and see what everybody thinks. Again, if you're trying to make the decision whether to sell your home or not next year, starting in January, I really think it's going to go bonkers again. So please let us know. And if you're in the market to buy a home, if you're working with us, I can promise you'll see these listings. You'll see ours first when we get them, and you'll also see them on the MLS the day that we find out about them. We've got 6 excellent buyer agents, and they work throughout Collin County, so we'd love to help you find something. So thank you for watching this, and hope you have a great week. Bye.